If you're like me and you travel the world, well, how would you like to be able to converse easily along the way in whatever language that you don't speak, which is a problem I encounter constantly, especially with my frequent trips to China, among other places. Well, our next guest presents an intelligent, app-enabled voice language translator. And wait till you hear all the cool things that it can do. The CEO of Casa Innovations Group is Aron Abramson. Aron, welcome into Tomorrow. How are you?
I'm good, Dave. Thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure to have you, especially when we found out about your products and about the options and how affordable they are. I said we've got to get Aron on the program and find out, does this really work? So tell me real quick a little bit about Casa Group. So we know about the company, and then let's get into the product.
So Casa Group has been around for about 20 years. Mm-hmm. We manufacture all types of cool, interesting, innovative consumer electronic products. Our latest product that we've developed, it's been about a 2-year project, is our voice language translation products. And again, that's because of, the world is getting smaller with the internet. People are traveling more. And the biggest barrier to travel is language. People feel uncomfortable when they cannot converse in a language. So we're trying to make language translation affordable for everyone.
Now, are these using something like Google Voice or Google Translation?
No, we have our own translation engines.
Even better.
Correct. Everything is customized. Our product uses artificial intelligence, so it's always learning and improving and getting better.
Terrific. And there's a couple of models. Those listening on the radio know that we have all of our IFA interviews also on video because we want to show and tell on the radio, but show you these cool products. So, for example, let's talk about the intelligent app-enabled voice language translator that looks like a cool earbud that one would use for your phone anyway.
So that's our Model 160. It works when you're not translating as a traditional Bluetooth headset. But it also translates when you take our app and connect it to the earphone.
Good. So you're not having to use separate devices if you're wanting to use a Bluetooth headset for your phone. You got it.
And that's why we developed it that way. So it has dual purpose, and you don't have to carry an extra product around or an extra little widget in your pocket, which you might end up not using for 6 months and forgetting or losing. As an earphone, you would use it almost every day, if not every day.
Sure. And in just my ear, it's going to do the translations if I'm speaking, say, face-to-face to somebody, as I will be another 8-9 days in China again.
Correct.
This will allow me to hear them, for example, in Chinese. It'll help translate immediately. I'm listening, and it'll tell me how to respond in English, obviously.
Correct.
Which is really handy.
So we have 6 translation modes that we support. You can look at our product here.
All right. Let me just do this so we can avoid the glare. There you go.
Right.
So looking at the app, we have things like face-to-face translation, which is very helpful.
Correct.
Meeting translation. So if you're in a meeting?
So if you're in a meeting, in a business meeting, you go to China. So if you were in a meeting in China, all you would have to do is wear the translating earphone, put the product into meeting mode, take the device, the phone, put it in front of the person that you are speaking to. You would talk into your earphone. The person you're having the meeting with would see it visually and hear it through the speaker of your phone. All they would have to do is talk. They don't have to do anything else. And it will translate back into your earphone, in your case in English. And then you would talk in English and they would hear it in Chinese. And then back and forth. At the end of the meeting, could be a 30-minute meeting, you will actually see a transcript of the entire meeting, both in English and in Chinese in this situation.
Nice.
Correct.
And so I'm also seeing direct talk translation, group chats. I mean, there's great
many
options
modes. So
here.
direct talk is if you wanted to talk to someone in another country who's not next to you. You would just go into that mode, send them a link via any messaging app or email. They click on the link. They don't need an earphone to join the conversation. They would just click on a link. It would send them to our app to download it. And then they go right into the conversation. It's like talking on a walkie-talkie. You would talk, say what you have to say. They would get it 2-3 seconds later in their language and back and forth.
So you don't have to say 10-4 or over or any of that.
No, nothing like
that sort of stuff. And one of the cool things I like is you also have, and it got my attention, broadcast translation.
Correct.
So if somebody listening perhaps to Into Tomorrow in English can hear it in another language.
Correct. So if you were you would have people connect. You would need the earphone, but they don't. They can connect into the broadcast. They set up their language. If you have 20 people with 20 different languages, we can handle that. You would talk in English, and they would get it on their device both visually and verbally in the language that they selected. Nice.
Now, if you don't want the typical sort of Bluetooth headset or earpiece, you've also got earbuds.
Correct. So we have a Model 200, which is a small mini TWS headset, and it comes with a little charging case. Some people prefer that because once the unit gets low battery, you can just on the fly put it into the case and it will charge without having to plug it in. So that's an advantage.
And it's very similar to several that are on the market in terms of earbuds, Bluetooth earbuds, except that there's only one because that's all you need for this.
Yes.
And then again, as you mentioned, you can just put it right back in the case for additional charging. And what type of battery life do we have? How long a meeting can you have, for example?
You can use the Model 200 typically for around 3 hours.
Oh, excellent. Well, if the meeting's longer than that, you need to go to dinner anyway.
Correct. If you have a meeting longer than that, then you might have problems.
Exactly, unless it's a really big sale or something. And this
the 160 5 hours.
Oh wow, okay, very good. And availability and pricing on this, and this is what got our attention.
Correct. So the Model 160 is available right now in the market. It's $49.99 retail, which is very affordable.
Very,
especially for people that are only traveling once or twice a year.
Yeah,
People
are having trouble justifying $300-400 for a little handheld translator. You might use it once, and then lose it, unfortunately. So under $50 makes a lot of sense.
Correct.
And the other one,
the 200 model, is $69.99 retail.
Nice.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, very cool. So they're very affordable. More information at your website, no doubt. Can they pre-order from there too?
We actually have the product available already.
Oh,
so we're on Amazon. We're in Brookstone, Walmart.com, BestBuy.com. We're on a bunch of different sites and retail locations.
As well you should be. So you got that covered. Love it. So thank you, Aron, for joining us on the show, and continued good luck. Love to see how they work, so we'll work that out maybe.
Great.
All right. Even I can afford that. How about that? You want to check out CasaGroupUSA.com. CASA Group USA.com. Of course, we'll get you to Aron's site, and you'll see what he's up to and all the goodies that they're doing and new stuff, I'm sure, down the road and into tomorrow.
That's correct.
So stay tuned. But we'll get you there as well when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. We're back with more from Berlin, Germany. I'm Dave Graveline, bringing you further into tomorrow right here on the Advanced Media Network with all sorts of translation.